can you see us behind this gigantic, massive cauldron here? 2 weeks in a row of seafood? Oh, Ron, you must be hating me right now.
Mm-hmm. It smells like a Red Lobster kitchen in here.
That actually is a compliment in my opinion, so thank you. So last week, Ron had to do a video about him somewhat kind of struggling through making a chowder.
Yeah, so it was our punishment cooking video because I lost the pumpkin carving contest. And so I did the receipt from 1751 that I found in a Boston newspaper. And it was a fail. It did not taste good. I didn't cut the things up small enough apparently. And it was overcooked.
Now this is from 80 years into the future, so I do have a little bit of an upper hand already. This is from the Frugal Housewife, published in Boston.
So same area. Yeah,
same area as his. It's an American recipe then, and it was published originally in 1829.
Okay.
So we have what is, you know, there's some parts of the U.S. that have a red tomato-based chowder.
Yep.
And then other parts of the U.S. have a creamy, milky, white-based fish clam chowder. This is probably one of the earlier tomato-based ones that I've been able to find. I've already tried it. I like it. Is it the best dang thing I've ever had in my life? No, but it's really, really good. I'm really curious what Ron's going to say.
I'm really nervous. I don't want to go through that again like last week.
Oh, the seafood. Oh. The whole time we were filming, Ron was saying, "Oh, it smells like a dumpster in here." Really helping me with my appetite, aren't you, Pat?
Now, it's funny you say the red and white because New England is known for the white clam chowder or chowder, and then New York and the southern colonies are known for the red. But this came out in Boston, which is way at the very top. And it's red. It has tomato catsup in it.
That's true.
So when did they make the switch? Do you guys know whenever the white and red became popular in the regions? Because I'm unsure. Now the differences between this and the other one that I did from 80 years earlier, it had wine in it and it had herbs. This one has lemon and it has beer.
No herbs.
No herbs, but it has potatoes. Yeah,
there's no parsley, thyme, rosemary, any of that good stuff in this. It has onions to make up for it, I suppose. Yeah. And it has tomato catsup, and instead of wine, it has beer, which I'm so happy they made that substitution because the thought of boiling fish and potatoes and red wine claret just made me not excited. But beer seems a little better, so hey, let's serve up this man and see what his review is.
Don't give me too much fish now.
And then I'll get this giant cauldron out of our face.
Now we're cooking with the same type of fish, a New England cod. So that's lemon.
Yeah, don't get a big old lemon slice if you can help it. It smells so good in here. It smells like lemon. It smells like just some lemony soup. It doesn't smell fishy to me, but Ron says it smells fishy for some reason. Oh, you can eat more.
That's enough.
You can eat more.
Let's wait and see if I like it first, and then I'll get more.
Here you go.
Okay.
There is no escape. Here's a bacon slice.
Oh my gosh.
You can have a bacon slice.
The bacon's been infused with fish.
I'm going to top mine off. And then I'm going to move this cauldron over to the other table because it's really big. Oh, Ron, tell them about this cauldron, by the way.
In case you missed it, our last chew and chat last Wednesday, we got this at the fort for $35. It is approximately 200 years old. It's a polka set.
Polka set.
From, I believe, New England is where the company was, and they started in 1820. The 1820s. And anyways, we got it for 35 bucks, and you know, you can't complain about anything about it for that price. So.
Oh my gosh, we need to talk about this cauldron. And we also bought this little useless kettle, but I just thought it was very cute. But let's eat, and then I need to talk about this cauldron because I have made an incredible decision and realization about historic cookware versus modern cookware.
Alrighty.
So we'll say grace. Is it my turn?
I think it's my turn.
Okay.
Dear Lord, thank you for this beautiful day that we have. Thank you for all of our friends and fans who are joining us this evening. Please do not let this fish dish make me ill. And please bless this food and let us all have a good rest of the day. Amen.
Amen.
I'm really nervous.
Why would it make you ill? It's thoroughly cooked.
I don't know. Well, last time I took the first bite, so you go ahead and take the first bite.
Okay, I will gladly do that. Now, it's very, very hot, so we might be eating it a little slowly at first. Actually, the roof of my mouth is already a little scalded from a potato.
Also, the difference in this one compared to the 1751. This one has clams in it.
I love the clams in it, actually.
Okay, I'm gonna start small. I'm gonna try the broth first. Okay.
Sure.
It's okay.
You're not dead yet.
No, but I can taste the fishiness. Let me try a potato.
Ron does not like seafood.
I do not.
He does not like fish.
Okay, the potato cooked up the same taste as the broth is.
Yeah.
Let me try a piece of bacon. Without the clam. Get off of there.
Clam is actually one of the best parts, plus the bacon. He hasn't even tried it yet.
Okay, the bacon tastes like it too. Man, I knew this wasn't gonna be fun.
You're dissecting it. I actually really like it. Ron, it ain't that bad. Come on.
It's bad for me. It's hard. Here, I'll take one good bite. All right.
Take a bite with everything in it.
I'm going to, and I'm gonna chew it and swallow it, man, and then that's gonna be about the end of it.
Aww.
All right, here I go. I got the fish, I got the lamb, I got the onion, I got the potato, and I got the bacon and the juice. Here we go.
Got the juice. You're fibbing! It's not that bad! It's so good! Oh, Ron!
It's better than the one I made last week. I'll give it that.
Wow, thanks.
But I don't want to eat this.
Okay, tell us why.
The fishy flavor. I don't like the fishy taste from the clams and the fish, obviously.
Clams. The clams are the best part.
When I said last week I like clam chowder, I like the stuff that comes out of a can. Sorry. But
Ew. Who prefers something that comes out of a can more than homemade?
Maybe because it's not real.
Maybe. Now, this is a 200-year-old recipe, so...
It is better than last week, so I'll give you that. Good job.
Okay, so last week you rated yours, I believe it was a 4?
I thought it was a 1.
Really?
I don't remember. What did I give that last week?
I gave it a 5.
I would give this a 2.
A 2.
On the flavor scale. You did.
Yeah. I thought you gave it a 4, but I could be mistaken. So what would you rate this then, to compare it to the 1750, which is, by the way, the 1750 one was the first documented recipe for a chowder published in America.
It's 3.5.
So I'm really, really sure that you rated last week's a 4.
There's no way.
My memory isn't the best sometimes, but I'm pretty sure that's what we did. So you're saying this is worse.
The mincemeat pie I rated a 4. But the fish I rated a 1.
Okay, maybe he's right.
I'm right.
I'll just take your word for it.
So what would you rate this? Compared to last week's being a number 5.
Okay, compared to last week's, like the one that you made from the 1750s, I would give this a 9, possibly a 10.
Alright. Uh-oh.
Oh, I hear Mishmish. Let me open the door.
We have a guest.
I'm eating that bowl too.
That's fine, you can have this.
Mishmish! Oh, he's just sitting out here meowing.
He can sit with me.
1 second. Mishmish, come here.
Intermission.
You are so filthy.
Oh my gosh. Come here.
Where have you been?
He's all dusty.
Oh, he loves rolling around in the dust like a dog.
He's like, ooh, it smells like fishy in here.
Yeah, and you remember when you made your clam chowder last time, or fish chowder, whatever it was? Even the cats that are infamous and known for loving fish, the cat was crying at the top of his lungs to get out of here.
Yes.
Taking one smell of that. Anyway, I quite like it. I would give this a 9 from a historical point of view. From a modern view, I'd probably give it like a 6 or a 7.
6 or 7, alright. Well, that's respectable. You did a good job on it.
Thank you.
If I liked seafood, I'm sure I'd be giving it, a 10 or something. But
is there anything about it that I should have done differently?
I don't believe so. I can't think of anything. I do like how it's in smaller chunks compared to what mine was last week, where I left big chunks. Oh, shut up, Rooster.
So you just don't like it because of the seafood?
Correct. Now, if it was just the bacon and potato in there,
It's good. I ate all the solids out.
You can kiss yourself goodnight.
I might need to brush my teeth twice to get this flavor out.
Well, hey guys, I have a big announcement. You guys have been waiting patiently for the last 9 months for us to come up with more coloring books. Well, I've been working long and hard every morning and night that I have free.
Well into the wee hours.
On the coloring books. They've been printed, they've been folded, they've been hole punched, and they've been stitched. And I just sent out the first one this morning. So the coloring books are available. They're $8 if you wish to purchase one.
That covers shipping too.
That covers the shipping. But if you could, please email me first to make sure I still have some in stock, because last time a whole bunch of people just sent me letters with money in it, and some of that money I had to send back, and there wasn't enough coloring books to fulfill those orders. So just send me an email and be like, hey, I'd like 1 or 2, and I'll say, okay, I've got enough, you know.
Please email Ron. Please don't email me.
And that
this
way,
is Ron's doing.
Yes, and then that way I can have you type your at home address, because sometimes you can't read everybody's handwriting. So sometimes I'll even cut the address off and tape it on the letter because I can't make it out. So this would be a surefire way to make sure that address is correct.
Ron printed it himself. He made it himself. Stitched it all completely. He made it himself. So it's all Ron's doing. I checked the grammar this time. I actually was able to fix some of the grammar mistakes.
Yep.
But other than that, it's all Ron. So be sure that you email Ron, and he'll put his email address on the screen.
Yes.
Here.
So now all I gotta do is start making our Christmas cards.
I'm excited about that.
We printed off like 300 something Christmas cards last year.
Yeah.
And that was just the ones we mailed out, not the ones we handed out to family and friends.
Yeah, that was really awesome. Thank you guys for writing us for Christmas. Thank you!
We already got one Christmas card. Somebody from the UK sent it to us. And we got him on hold because I gotta make our Christmas cards so yet that we can send it to him.
Yeah, we don't actually...
What is it, Mish Mish?
We're not replying to Christmas cards yet. We have his card saved away in a cupboard, and we're going to reply to it in maybe a week or 2 once we have our Christmas cards made. But you know, it's not even Thanksgiving yet. So.
Yeah, it's not even Thanksgiving yet. So, speaking of Thanksgiving, what do you guys like to have for Thanksgiving? Are you ham? Or are you turkey? Or are you duck? Or are you really wild and you like to have a brisket or something?
Oh, are you team pumpkin pie, or apple pie, or pecan pie, or all of the above?
You gotta have all the above. I could leave out apple. But you definitely gotta have pecan and pumpkin. But I've even had a pumpkin pie with pecans on top of it, and it was amazing.
Whoa, now that's the future I want.
It was extra.
So when you made your chowder last week, Mish Mish was running, screaming to get out of here. Now that I made my chowder, Mish Mish is relaxed, happy, comfortable as can be. That tells you everything you need to know. Okay, so I'm almost done with this bowl too. Let me talk about this cauldron here and an amazing realization that I have made. It took 5 minutes for this stew to start boiling in this cauldron.
Boiling?
It was boiling.
That's pretty quick.
In 5 minutes. Okay, why am I mentioning that? Now, this is actually a piece from the 1800s. We don't know the exact date on it. It could be as early as the 1820s, but highly unlikely.
It's at least 1850.
Yeah, it's more likely it's from sometime in the Civil War. The brand Pocaset, it stopped making things. I think the company went bust, like, what, in the 1880s? Or
yeah, 1880s, I think.
Okay. So, modern cauldrons, you can buy them off of Amazon or whatever, Lodge, what have you. It would take like 20 minutes for me to get all that liquid boiling in a fire.
Because it's so thick.
And here, yeah, exactly. He has a point. I am absolutely shocked by how thin this is. It is so light. I can swing it over my head. I can lasso it. It's so light. I swear it's like 5 pounds.
Yeah. Whereas
the modern ones are so heavy that if you have osteoporosis, you just pick that thing up and it'll just break. Like your wrist will break, the bones. So
the modern ones, I think they're like 3/16 of an inch, which is just shy of a quarter of an inch. And that one there is like 1/8 of an inch thick. So
it's very thin, but it's not just this cauldron that's like that. We do have a couple of real period pieces that are they're dated from the late 18th century to the early 1800s, and they're all like that. The metal is super, super thin. And then we have a bunch of reproduction pieces, and the metal tends to be much thicker.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I know maybe a lot of people, they're watching my videos on Early American, and they think, oh, I could never cook like that. I went camping once 5 years ago and hauling all that heavy cast iron. It took half an hour just to fry an egg. I mean, it was horrible. Like, it took 3 days to bring a pot of water to boil over the fire. Okay, so here's what I realized. I realized that most modern cast iron is superiorly inferior.
Superiorly inferior.
Superiorly inferior.
Say that 5 times fast.
It's inferior to actual cookware that was being used by people 100+ years ago. Back once upon a time when people needed this kind of cookware every single day, they did not settle for subpar quality. And I think nowadays a lot of people just buy this kind of stuff because they're going camping once or twice a year.
Yeah.
So because of that, we've kind of downgraded over the years, and what we accept is not what people would have accepted 200 years ago, because they were cooking with it every day. So it better have been light, better have been thin, and it better have lasted 200 years. Oh, now Ron's just totally covered in dirt.
Ah, the crazy rooster's trying to come in. Did you see that?
I saw that, but our window's closed.
Good.
So anyway, that's my conclusion. I've actually realized I think I might have 5 or so original pieces that the original stuff is so much easier to cook in than modern reproduction cast iron. And I really hope that there's someone out there that does make reproductions that is able to reproduce this kind of quality so that this kind of quality doesn't die out.
I would say it's harder to do because you have to, when they cast those, you're in sand. So you have to have a mold and you have to shape the sand. And then you've got to put another layer on top of it of the opposite. So it is really hard. So I can see why it would be easier and more efficient to make the thicker ones like they do today. But
it's more efficient. So money, 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 money.
Because who knows how many they threw out before they got it right back then. But when you got it right, it's really nice.
I'd pay a lot extra for a superior product though. But nowadays people don't think like that. They think, oh, it's made in China, it's $10, I'll buy it.
It's probably toxic too.
It's probably
recycled metal.
Yeah, well, who knows? I don't know. It's probably not 100% iron. I don't know what the story is.
Well, fish.
But 5 minutes to boil, it's just crazy. I mean, in a way, we've kind of lost a lot of valuable information as time. We've gained a lot, but we've lost a lot of valuable information.
Well, should I get into this week in history while you finish up your soup?
This week in history. Go! Boom!
You can do better than that.
I have a potato in my mouth.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 1 second. This week.
There we go.
In history. Go! Pew!
What is that?
You said I do better? I bumped it up, didn't I?
Okay.
I brought it from a 3 to a 10. Just like with this chowder, but you don't want to admit it.
So this week in history, on November 13th, in 1789, Benjamin Franklin writes his famous quote in a letter to John Baptiste Leroy, and it reads, "Nothing can be said to be certain except death and taxes."
Wow, this is the most quotable man ever.
Yep.
He said, no pain, no gain.
And the only thing certain in life is taxes and death.
Wow, what a wise... Every single week I feel like we're bringing up Benjamin Franklin.
Well, he's quite the influencer.
Yeah, he was like ye old influencer.
Yeah. Next up is November 16th in 1676. The first colonial prison organized in Nantucket, Massachusetts. So it's the first prison in the North American colony.
Wow, the first prison, 1676 in the colonies, aka, you know, the United States.
Right.
Massachusetts, 1676?
I'm surprised it's not sooner. They've been here since 1620, so this is 50 years later. They're finally getting around to having a prison. I mean, maybe they had like local jails where they kept bad people. Or they just killed you. Who knows?
Or, you know, it took people a couple years to start breaking the law. They got off the Mayflower and they're like, oh, this place is weird. I don't know if I want to touch anything. It all looks so strange. So they didn't do any crimes for a little bit.
Next up, November 17th in 1774, the 1st City Troop Philadelphia City Cavalry formed at Carpenter's Hall in Philadelphia. It is one of the oldest U.S. military units still in service today. So they're a cavalry unit. I believe they were also go by the name of the Philadelphia Light Cavalry. So they've been in service since 1774. So at the very beginning of the Revolution, and they've been in the wars in the Middle East for the War on Terror. So they're still an active unit. That's
incredible. Very cool.
Next I have for the same day, November 17th, in 1798, the New England lawn storm happens. It's the most severe winter storm blizzard that has ever happened in New England that has been recorded. Hundreds of people were killed.
Long storm.
It snowed and blowed for 5 whole days.
Snowed for 5 days straight?
Yes, and blowed. So there were drifts, the houses were completely covered, and then people were killed. And they had to tunnel their way through.
Gosh, I wonder if it's documented how much snow exactly they got. But people died?
Yeah, hundreds of people died.
Hundreds of people died?
Hundreds of people died.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And then our last one today I have is actually pretty cool. November 18th in 1874, a lady named Carrie White was born. And she lived to be the oldest woman in the United States. She died at age 116.
That is, wow, she saw so many changes in her life, didn't she?
Yeah, so there was no cars, and then there were...
No electric refrigerators, no...
She would have seen, in 1990, she would have seen a...
the space race, the Cold War, Vietnam, World War I, World War II.
Not a computer, but, you know, maybe electronic typewriter.
Hey, she died in 1991. She saw... They had computers in 1990. They had computers in 1990. They were very primitive computers.
That's true. Maybe she walked in and seen a Mac or something at a Macintosh at the bank.
You know, something where the desk, the monitor is this thick.
Yes.
And moving it from room to room was...
You got the floppy disk.
We had floppy disks even when I was...
Really?
Yeah, when I was a kid. Yeah, we had floppy disks.
I thought it was... I mean, I'm 5 years older than you, but... Did you have the big ones or the little ones?
Little ones.
Okay, we still had the big ones, the 5-incher ones.
Well, she lived through all that.
Wow.
Yeah, she lived through... Okay, they have nice classical music when you're a child... And then at the end they have Duran Duran and Depeche Mode and
She's seen it all.
People. Yeah, she saw it all. That's really, really incredible.
That would be quite the life to see those drastic differences.
You know what I realized? A baby born today in 2023, if they live to be 80 years old, they will live to the year 2103.
The next century. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So our kids could possibly live in the 22nd century.
The 22nd century.
We won't unless we break some kind of record because 1988, so 2088, I'll be 100 years old. Will I make it? I don't know.
This will keep you young. The fish.
Never mind. I'm not making it.
You know, I'm actually tempted to have another bowl, but I am technically on a diet, and I'm starting to get real serious about it now. So anyway, thank you for this week in history, Ron.
You're welcome. I have one more announcement on my paper for those of you who are interested. December 2nd, I believe it is, the first Saturday in December is the St. Genevieve Christmas Parade, and it's a pretty big deal in this town. It's like the biggest parade we have. The St. John Militia will be marching in it. We'll have the drum and fife with us, and it's a really big parade. I think it's a couple miles long, because by the time we get done, the end of the parade is still taking off. And there's 2 schools in our county, and both schools show up with their marching bands and stuff, and it's just a really good time. They'll have Santa Claus, and all the shops will be open, so it's a good time to come to St. Genevieve. But that's just my public service announcement.
Or if you just want to join for some cardio and you don't have a gym membership, just follow us, because it's miles long of walking.
Now, you got a cool thing, speaking of Christmas, you got a ornament?
Yes, I got myself a Christmas gift.
Is it a toy?
It is not an ornament. It is a toy.
It's a toy, okay.
Okay, so before I show it to you all, this is my childhood right here. And maybe some of you will recognize this and others of you have never seen this before. It's called a jumping jack. And they're especially very popular in Germany and countries surrounding Germany. So we went to an antique store a couple days ago. Let me get it out of the protective modern plastic. And they had a whole bunch of these for sale there, and they were $4 each. And as soon as I saw this bin, I said, oh my gosh, Ron, this is my childhood. So, okay, so what this is you pull the string, and it moves. I'll show you. It does that. Now, this is a cow. The other ones they have are usually of men
like
in funny outfits. Yeah, like puppets or Santa Claus or whatever. They had a whole bunch to choose from, but I didn't want to spend $4 times 50 getting all of them, so I just picked out this one. I've never seen a cow one before. So there's like a little bird on its butt back here. The cow has a face like, oh, moo, he's scared of the bird. So when I pull the string, his ears go boop, and he runs away from the bird. Run!
That's cool. Can I try?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now the history of this goes back really, really far. These sort of toys were even a thing in ancient Egyptian times, which, what wasn't? I swear they invented everything.
Woo!
Yeah, and jumping jacks were also a very popular toy for kids and adults in the 18th and early 19th centuries.
Really?
All throughout the 19th century, they were still very, very popular. It was also a slang term in the 18th century for politicians that were being manipulated by people, because when you pull the string, you know, you move. So the joke is you're a jumping jack because, you know, you're like a pushover, or you can easily be a manipulated, bought out politician.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I just absolutely love these. They go back hundreds and hundreds of years, well, thousands if you include ancient Egyptian. I could collect these. This is my childhood. I had a guy when I was a kid, and he was dressed like Pinocchio. He was in this funny outfit, all like a green waistcoat and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I played with when I was a little girl. There you go. Yeah, so they had a whole bunch of them, and I kind of regret not getting a couple more.
Do you have any at your parents' house?
I think I might have one at my parents' house. It might be hard for me to find it right now, but that's a good question. Next time I go there, I'm gonna try to find it somewhere in my closet. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Have you ever played with one of these? I don't think Ron's ever seen one of these before.
I've never seen one before. I've seen wooden puppets and stuff and wooden toys, but not something like this where you pull the string and it moves.
It jumps around. It's like every time the cow sees the bird, he freaks out. Ah! You see his ears go straight up. Ah!
Really neat.
Yeah. There you sit. Stay.
Well, hey guys, I think that's it.
No!
What?
I have one more thing to talk about.
Okay.
Well, actually, two things.
Oh.
Firstly, I'm sorry I'm not drinking this broth. I did eat all the solids out of it.
Thank you for not drinking it.
Yeah, because I will say the broth itself is a little fishy. It's very, very good, but the solids were really, really good. So I'm not much of a broth drinker anyway. I know that's sacrilegious, but... So anyway, the final thing I have to talk about is my life goal and aspiration has finally been reached.
Because you met me.
Okay, that as well, yes. Okay, I don't want to dig myself into that hole by saying no, but I'm talking about something else. Something that all of us maybe aspire to be. Someone turned me into a meme. And
one of those pictures with words on it?
Yeah, what are you really from the 18th century? You don't know what a meme is?
Some people don't know what the word meme means. But yeah, it's a picture with the words on it.
It's a joke, yeah. It's a joke.
Okay.
So, but not only did they turn me into a meme, which I appreciate greatly, and I feel like I can just lay down and die now because that is my life goal, to be a meme, but it's actually been circulating around the internet for the last couple weeks really, really well, has thousands of shares on Instagram and Facebook. So does this mean I am officially a meme?
It means you're popular. You're famous for either good reasons or bad reasons. I don't know.
Wow. I just want to be a meme. I mean, thank you. Thank you for the person that turned me into that. Really, really appreciate all you guys out there. I gladly encourage you to memeify me.
Memeify.
Yes.
All right, is that it?
That's it. That's all I have to say.
It.
I appreciate it so very much. I see it in my dreams. Thank you.
All right, guys, we're gonna hop off here. You guys have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you next week on Wednesday. And send those Christmas cards if you want, and we'll get you one soon.
Moo!
Bye bye.
Bye, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.